everybody. Here's a little update on your bike. The 1995 Triumph Speed Tripple 900. I've got it all apart, like I talked to you. You know, you little things. You know, you're missing a grommet right here on the opposite side. I'll see if I have one. This holds the fairing. You know, just holds it in place. I probably have one. Like I was telling you, there were some. When they put in the blinkers, see how they, my fingers out of the way, see how they use plug-ins instead of soldering it. There's there and there. Then there's another part over here, right here, that they did the same thing. Your throttle cable, like I had showed you. I'm going to get you another one. See how that one's all cracked. It's easier to see it in a picture than, you know, it's easier on video to see it. But you can see how the whole housing is broken. The housing's a little longer than this, and it broke. Then I've got your carbs completely disassembled. That one that was messed up, I was able to get all the solder out of it. I've got it cleaned up right now. I'm going to JB weld it back in place. The brass fitting, what I did is I cut some of it off, and then I was able to shove it down in there, and it's pushed down in there. That's why you can see a couple little dents right here in it, but it's not enough to make the gas not flow from the bowl through the line up here to get into where your choke cable is, where the choke is. And this is the portion for the choke. It uses this piston moves out of the way, lets air and fuel go, and then more fuel goes into this area in here, or in this way, goes in through this hole right here. And that's what this does. So I got that should be a good fix. There'll be no problems with it. You could see all the pieces I had to drill out, all the solder that's the big piece that was wrapped around it where they tried to do it, and all the other stuff came out of the inside of the tube. I had to blow air from the opposite side with like a tubing in my mouth and blow it out so that I could push the solder out that they tried to do. But like I said, there's all your parts for the carburetor. It's all broken apart. I'll order all your parts. These were the seals that were leaking. You could see all the junk on them where gas had been leaking before, and this other one you can see it even more. I think it's this one right here. I don't know if I can get it in the picture right. There's the tab that used to be right here on this corner where my nail is, and then there's marks in this plastic. It's kind of hard to see them with the video in the backside here. Whoops. In the backside of it, let's see if I can get the camera to. No, you can't get it, but it's cracked. This tube from right here, from the seal to about this little lip right here, there's 2-3 cracks inside there, and then there's some cracks and stuff on the edges there. You can see them right here. So it's best, like I told you, to go ahead and chunk those, get new ones. Seals, all those seals I'll replace. But the carburetors look like they're in decent condition. I cleaned up your jets. They were real dirty. I'm actually going to put them in parts cleaner. Everything's going to sit in parts cleaner for probably, a week. And then I'll clean them again, brush them off, get them all cleaned up. But that's just a little update on your carbs. Carbs taken apart, bikes taken apart. I'll get it all done, get your oil, get your spark plugs, then put it all back together. Your gas tank, like I showed you, this is where they tried to fix it. You can see the line. They tried to use some glue, and there's the part back inside there. There's two pieces. There's one piece right there, that little nub that you can see, and this other one, and they tried to re-solder it. It fell apart. And then of course your petcock's no good. You can't buy a rebuild, you just got to buy a whole new one. But I'll get your gas tank cleaned out, and that'll be about it for now. I'll keep you in touch once I find out how long it's going to take to get the parts, and I'll text you or call you and let you know. Have a good evening.